Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and wherever you are in the globe. I hope you're having a great day, everybody. My voice is not awake. Good morning. It's already 9:30, but then I am still my brain is not awake. But anyway, I'm here for week 9, still on our week 9 decision. And it's still our 90 days Think and Grow Rich challenge. We are on our day 62, standing firm despite criticism. And there's lots of those people who are lots of judges, especially in social media world. There's lots of judges here all over the place. Anyway, again, good morning. And first, let me ask you something. How often, let me remove this one first. I always forget that. Yes. Okay. So now you can see my face. And, sometimes how often, the question is, how often do we allow other people's opinions to influence our decisions? Sometimes we're afraid of being judged, right? I am very much afraid of that. Like I always have that fear. And so because I told you also before that I am never confident. I have no self-confidence. That's my problem. Has been my problem. And so with that, hand in hand with that is I'm afraid to be judged. Sometimes, we're afraid of failing in front of others. Sometimes we don't even begin because we're worried about what other people say, right? Yeah, so sometimes you'd rather not say anything instead of saying something, and you're worried that you might be judged or criticized, or something they can say about what you just said. But Napoleon Hill observed that many people allow the opinion of others to shape their lives. Yes, that is true, and me included there. We allow the opinions of others to shape our lives. As a result, we hesitate and we delay, or we never pursue the dreams that God has placed in our hearts, right? But here's something that I've learned: no matter what you choose to do, someone will always have an opinion. Some people will encourage you, others may question you, and that's okay. Others will criticize you, and really others are in their criticisms, their opinions, they're rude. And I don't know if they know that they're rude. They probably don't even realize that they're being rude with their statement. I've experienced that a lot of times. And like one person said that uh, I haven't seen her for several years since I migrated to US 26 years now. But so I haven't seen her, and she saw my social media, and then she said that, "Oh, Myrma, what happened to you? Why you're so fat now? You used to be sexy and now you're so fat." That is like just normal thing for the people to say. Sometimes they don't even realize that they're hurting your feelings. So I just said that, it's old age and metabolism, right? So I can't do anything. I can't control that. So what I was my weight when I was 25 years old, when I was 30 years old, or even 40, is not the same as my age now. I am 62. I am 62, my friends. So what do you expect? And aside from my weight gain, I have a lot of problems. I have a lot of back pain here and there, because I'm an accountant, and I always sit. It's just a very sedentary job for decades and decades and decades. Since I was in the Philippines, I was already an accountant. And so what would you expect, right? I am not Benjamin Button, that from being old going to the young. So can't control that. It's the way it is. So I just said, whatever. It's it's me. This is me. This is me. So anyway, enough of that. I just thought of it. I just thought of it all of a sudden, and you cannot control what other people think, and you cannot control how they think and how they say out loud what they think, but you can control whether you allow those opinions to stop you or to bother you. For me, didn't bother me for a while, like it bothered me, but it's true, I gain weight. So who cares, right? I gain weight. It's my body. It's my body. It's not their body. So what the the important thing is I'm happy, I'm healthy, but with pain. So anyway, enough again. When I started sharing online and doing videos, I knew not everyone would understand. Not everyone would believe, that everyone would agree to whatever I'm saying, right? Some people might wonder why I was trying something different after spending so many years as an accountant. Some people would say, you're already an accountant, you have a stable job, why are you still trying something different? But I also knew something else. If I allowed fear of criticism to control my decisions or people's opinions of me, I would never grow. Instead, I choose to focus on learning, serving others, and becoming a better version of myself. Whether I'm fat or not, I am a better version of myself. That's what I think, and that's what I will believe. I've discovered also that when your purpose is clear, criticism becomes easier to handle. You don't have to convince everyone. You simply need to stay faithful to your purpose. I would always say, who cares? Right? Today's challenge is this: ask yourself, whose opinion am I allowing to hold me back? And then remind yourself that your future should be guided by God, your values, your goals, and your willingness to keep growing, not by fear of criticism. Right? Do you agree? If you agree or you don't agree, you can comment down below and we can learn from each other. I like learning from people, and also I am hoping that with these little things that I am discussing, I hope you also learn something, even tiny bit, right? So thank you for joining me today. That's my 2 cents. And tomorrow we will review everything. Actually, if I have time later, I will do the review because I'm catching up. I missed like 2 days this week. Yesterday I was again in so much pain, so I couldn't go live. I have a sciatic pain, and so I need to catch up. So I will probably do my weekly review later on, and so I can catch up and go back to the regular schedule of the entire week. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. Tomorrow we will review everything. Oh, later, like I said, later we will review everything that we've learned about the power of decision, and prepare for one of the most inspiring chapters in this journey: persistence. If today's message encouraged you, please like, follow, and share so more people can join us on this 90 Days Think and Grow Rich challenge. And if you're interested in personal growth, entrepreneurship, and learning digital business skills through our free educational webinars and workshops, feel free to send me a message and I'd be very happy to share more information. And remember this thought often associated, I always say this, associated with Napoleon Hill: whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Again, thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. God bless. And I'll see you later for our day 63 catch up. Bye. God bless everyone. Happy Sunday. Let's go to attend God, be present with God, and attend a Bible study or the church, and wherever you're going. Okay. God bless. Bye.